Ladies and gentlemen, KocoSports.com proudly presents the Boom Boom Room, and of course I am Boom Boom coming to you live from Richmond, Virginia. Gotta get down to it, man. Some sad news to pass along in the world of professional wrestling, just to kind of put the cherry on this damn shit Sunday that we've had to deal with all week, is Stardom's Hana Kimura has passed away at the age of 22. From all reports, it's looking like it is a suicide. According to multiple reports, I'm reporting 411 Mania, Cage Side Seats, Wrestling Inc., and other various sites are reporting that the news came out late Friday night, early Saturday morning here in the United States. So apparently sometime within the last 24 hours of me recording this, the young lady took her own life. It appears that she was the victim of cyberbullying. According to various websites here, Kimura had appeared on Netflix. They have a reality show there called Terrace House, which, from what I'm reading, it's kind of like the Japanese version of Big Brother. She was on the show, and then she kind of got made out to be a villain on that show because she was there was another contestant there who got her tights ruined, like dropped something, kind of, basically they got her tights got wet, and this guy was like, oh, I don't want to keep her tights wet, here, that's rude, so he threw them in the dryer. Well, he apparently did it on the wrong setting or whatever, and it caused her tights to shrink, and she got upset with him on the TV show and slapped his hat off. And that led to a lot of attacks. And, and according to PW Insider, Kimura just said she just couldn't deal with all the negative stuff she was getting on Twitter. And unfortunately, we know the rest. I checked out her Twitter page, and it's even more sad now. It's the last images are her playing with her kitten, and I believe her last image is her playing with her kitten in the word bye bye or goodbye written on there, and she was only 22 years old. And I keep thinking, well, honey, you're this gorgeous young lady, you're an acclaimed wrestler. I mean, hell, she was part of the Stardom match, that dark match at Wrestle Kingdom earlier this year. She tagged up with Julia against Miyu Iwatani. And I was like, well, and you've got people that support you, because she specifically mentioned in one of her final social media posts that she wanted to thank everybody for, those people who did support her. And then I realized she was only 22. And this hits home for me because my daughter's 22 years old, and and I've been there before. Some of you have been there. Some of you are probably there. Some of you are about to get there. At 22, you're an adult, but depending on your circumstances, you probably don't feel like an adult. You're not a child anymore, but you don't really feel like a full-fledged adult because, you're not pulling down that much money. You really don't have that nice of a place. You may not have a car, not have a nice one. You just don't feel, in my case, I was still going to school. And I just can't imagine what that felt like for her when she just kept getting negative message after negative message after negative message and not knowing how to deal with it. That part just really hurts me. I don't really want to think about what her last days were like. It's just heartbreaking, and I hope, the people who sent all those fucking messages are just fucking happy. Congratulations, you drove a young girl to suicide. Yeah, because why? Because she slapped a guy's hat on a reality TV show. My God, the horror, the tragedy. This would This has just been a crap week. And by the way, and if any of you out there know of anybody, or maybe you're even going through a hard time, take it from somebody who's been at the end of his own rope before. You know, if you're thinking about doing something, I don't want to say foolish, but something along those lines, you know, call 1-800 273 8255. Again, that's 1-800 273 8255. Or pass that along to somebody if you think they're in trouble, because, you know, there's just some people right there you need to talk to. Because, you know, it's been a crap week. And by the way, and if any of you out there know of anybody, or maybe you're even going through a hard time, take it from somebody who's been at the end of his own rope before. You know, if you're thinking about doing something, I don't want to say foolish, but something along those lines, you know, call 1-800 273 8255. Again, that's 1-800 273 8255. Or pass that along to somebody if you think they're in trouble, because, you know, there's just some people right there you need to talk to. Because, you know, and believe me, I know what it's like to kind of feel like when you feel like you've hit rock bottom, you've got no place to go. And when you feel that way, just give those guys a call. I mean, they can really help you out. At least they'll just listen to you. And I know sometimes that's all you need. You just want just somebody to just fucking listen. Those guys will listen to you. And if you don't hear that, if you want to just listen to me, what would I tell you? I would just tell you, look, this world, believe it or not, is better off with you in it than with you out of it. And I mean, look at this young lady's case. I mean, she's 22 years old, man, and that's it. And then you're seeing all this outpouring of support, and God, and I think any of us would give anything just to kind of have those few moments back, and maybe we could have talked down from that ledge. When I say we, I just mean us as human beings. That's what I mean by that. This has just been an all in all out bad week for wrestling. Of course, Shad Gaspard confirmed dead. He drowned off the coast of Malibu, California, last weekend. He and his son were out in the ocean, got caught in a rip current. Lifeguards thought they were in distress. They went out there. He told them, "Save my son. Save him first." He was 10 years old. They did. They turned around. He got hit by a wave and he went under, and they never saw him again. At least not for at least another, 3 days. They confirmed the body found on the beach was him. And again, as somebody who is a father, I can just say that was a heroic thing. And, you know, I'm sure he has no regrets. I could say I probably would have done the same thing in his shoes and had no regrets about it. You know, you don't bury your children bury you. The man died a hero, and he's a rare breed in professional wrestling. In that, you know, when you deal with an industry where everybody's got some kind of axe to grind, I mean, nobody had anything, at least nothing that I've seen come to light. Nobody has said anything bad or negative about Shad. So that angel got his wings. He earned them. He has no regrets. Heroic guy, and you know, I salute him. I wish Mick Foley the best of luck. Because Gaspard was writing I think he was writing like a TV show. I think it was called Pinfall, something like that. And now they're going to work now to make sure that dream comes to reality. And I really hope it happens. And then just finally, after the Gaspard news about him disappearing under the water, I'm going to mention this briefly. You know, certainly here with KocoSports, I speak for everybody when we say we want to send our thoughts and prayers to the family of Larry Csonka. No, not the former Miami Dolphins football player, not the former co-host of American Gladiators, but over on 411mania.com, he was pretty much the head writer from them. I mean, this guy reviewed stuff like you wouldn't believe. I mean, the guy, if there were like two kids on a trampoline out in Poughkeepsie wrestling, I mean, he reviewed it. Guy had a hell of a work ethic. I enjoyed reading some of his stuff from time to time. I enjoyed peeking in on his reviews. Super, you know, from all accounts, super nice guy. He passed away suddenly I don't, his age escapes me off the top of my head, but I know he had 2 young daughters, and a GoFundMe page has been set up in his honor. I think they were trying to reach $50,000. Last time I checked it, this has been a few days, I think they were right around $19,000. So I'll just mention that. And, I don't want to say we competed with them because, we're not in competition here at KocoSports. We believe in supporting each other. And this is one of these instances where even though we weren't affiliated with this guy, I didn't know him, he didn't know me, he didn't know Coco. It was one of those where he was one of us. He was a reviewer. He loved wrestling. He was passionate about it. And, and we keep saying, this world would be better if we started supporting each other rather than trying to compete with each other. So we're going to take that to heart. And he's got a GoFundMe page set up to support his young daughters. So go check that out. So everybody, just do me a favor. Y'all do your best. Take care of yourselves, all right? And we're going to have a little bit more reviews coming up here with AEW, WWE, NXT. We'll try to find out what's going on with Major League Wrestling, Ring of Honor, New Japan as soon as we get updates. So thank you all very much, and have a good day.